Hello and welcome, I'm CuddlyJay, and today we shall be looking at 7 tips for you in Witchfire. I hope at least one of these tips helps you out, so let's get straight into the video. For my first tip, I shall discuss the calamities that will come into the map. Basically, a large tornado with skulls will appear. There'll also be sounds, and the map will overall get foggier and more dark. Once it has appeared, you can either kill 35 enemies for it to stop, or find the calamity with the skulls protecting it itself. Once you do this, whichever one you decide on, well, it'll end the calamity. But let's say you don't. Let's say you don't do either and you just let the sanity bar on your screen tick down. When that hits 0, you will actually die from being insane. Now that you understand what a calamity is, I recommend ignoring all the enemies that spawn in and running straight to the calamity itself. Basically, just pull up your map, see where the icon is, which is a tornado, and run straight towards that tornado. Once you're there, kill all the skulls protecting it, and the calamity will end. Plus, all the enemies that spawn will disappear right after. It's the fastest and best way to complete calamities. So for my second tip, some of you probably don't know about this, so I hope it surprises some of you. I recommend not healing yourself if you have 0 healing elixirs on you. If you tap that button, the witch will actually know and will decide, you know what, let's send a calamity towards you, knowing that you are weak at this point and need more health. I didn't know about this until very recently, and I think it's a really cool feature and makes a lot of sense. The witch is trying to kill you after all, so it's keeping tabs on you, which makes it a lot more scary in my opinion, but also pretty damn cool. Also, the green bulbs, which are traps set around the map, I thought they were just simple green bulbs and that's it. They are also set there from the witch, right? So if you destroy them by shooting them or you run into them, they actually have a chance of notifying the witch and the calamity will be summoned as well. It's a really cool idea and something to watch out for. So for my third tip, I recommend unlocking the auto rifle, the machine gun called Midas. Once you unlock the workshop at level 3, you'll be able to start researching items, spells, and more. I recommend researching this one first. Alright, research the auto rifle. Once I unlocked this, it made clearing out the first map so much easier and so much faster. With the faster clear times, it meant I made more Witchfire to level up my character. Overall, it's a very, it's just a really good gun in my opinion, and it will increase your survival rate a lot, especially against large groups of enemies. For my fourth tip, I recommend you use your minimap on the bottom left. When I first started playing this game, I didn't really use it that much. Basically, I would just look around for chests, look for my enemies, try and find flowers for my healing elixirs. I started to save a lot of time for myself once I started using that minimap. Before I would be looking around endlessly, while now I just quickly, glance down at the bottom left at the minimap, and little dots and all will appear. So for example, if I'm looking for, chests, a little white dot will appear. I can just run straight to that white dot, instead of looking around all the buildings and the areas for these chests. Same with enemies. Let's say you don't know where an enemy is, you look on the map, it'll be a little red dot, and then you'll find the enemy behind a rock. It's been a few times where I couldn't find an enemy, but with the mini-map assisting you, it's super easy. For my fifth tip, I recommend you get a sniper for long distance sniping. You should know in this game you can't cheat the system by sniping enemies across the map. There is a specific distance at which you must snipe to get the most damage. If the enemies are super far away, you'll do barely any damage. However, the reason I recommend getting a sniper is for killing harder enemies that you will run into. I find shooting enemies like the Grenaders and the Warden of the Dead, which, he goes around the map, with the sniper, just makes it so much easier to deal damage to them and to kill them. It also means you can just shoot them at a distance, stay safer, stay alive, and yeah, just overall, it's really good to have a sniper on you. Alright, so for my sixth tip, it's basically just the double jump and the dash. Remember that you have both of these. The double jump can save you from fall damage. So let's say, you jump off a cliff or you're jumping for the first boss in the first map. Just make sure you hit that little, double jump right before you hit the ground, and it'll save you, from taking the fall damage. I also banded my dash to my mouse to make it easier to use. And I actually got a ring that gives my dash like a shadow ability, so I can actually pass through enemies when I use my dash. So let's say, for example, I was trapped in a corner or something, I can just use this dash and get out through the enemies. It's very handy indeed. For my final tip, I recommend looking for mushrooms, jars, and explosives on the map. These all give you Witchfire. So if you see some mushrooms, just shoot them for that extra Witchfire, or some jars or whatever. All the mushrooms, by the way, are a 50% chance, so if you eat them, it could damage you or heal you. The only exception to this is the brown top mushrooms, which seem to heal us. Because of this, keep an eye out for them, but I would just recommend shoot them and get the Witchfire, alright? Might as well. Personally, it's just what I do. Overall, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, and if any of this surprised you or helped you, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps my channel grow big time. And of course, if you want to come say hello to me, come to my stream on Twitch there, and just drop in and say hello. It'd be nice talking to you all. Anyways, I'll see you in another video. Bye-bye.